These vocals are incredible. Oh, I just got goosebumps everywhere. Are we checking this out almost a month after Christmas? Yes. Does it matter? No. Hello, Claire Bears. It's Elsie. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you're returning, welcome back. I missed a lot of K-pop over the last 3 months or so. I'm really sorry if this is the zillionth time that you've heard me say this, but if you haven't seen any of my previous videos that I posted after my hiatus, or the initial video explaining where I was and why I was where I was, I am pregnant, and I was taking my first trimester to be in my first trimester, where, as many of you know who have been pregnant before, it kind of blows. But now I am in my second trimester. I'm in my renewed energy era, so I really wanted to take a look back at all of the K-pop that I missed in the last few months. And because I can't take a look at all of it, I'm really just going to be taking a look at the highlights. So there are a few reactions that I'm going to do full albums for, so that's Twice's Strategy, and then also Stray Kids is a hop. But for the rest of the albums that I missed out on, I am just going to be covering the main title tracks and singles. And in today's case, that is TXT, WayV, and Taeyeon. And then also, we're going to catch a Christmas clip from Dreamcatcher, which, you know, I wasn't too sure about. Should I be doing a Christmas reaction in January? But I got multiple comments from people saying that they were looking for this reaction, so here it is. I'm a Christmas lover. I'm always happy to do a Christmas reaction in January. So without further ado, let's get to today's video. But before we do, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel. For today's beverage of the day, I have a Good Drink organic fruit soda that is sparkling blackberry, made by Pacific Bottle Works in Fort Langley, British Columbia. I saw this at the store, and I'm always curious to try out new Canadian-owned beverages, because it kind of just seems like every company out there, particularly one that rhymes with Schmoka Schmola, is evil. So anytime I can find a local or small Canadian business to support, I'm there. So let's try this out. Whoa. Oh my gosh, that is sweet. It's basically just sparkling grape juice. Once you have a couple of sips and that initial shock of sugar that's like hits you, it's a lot better. 24 grams of sugar in 355 milliliters, which isn't great, but it's better than a lot of sodas out there, that's for sure. Looking at you, Schmoka Schmola. So all right, let's get started here with TXT's Over the Moon, which is the title track off of the Star Chapter Sanctuary. And I really enjoyed Minisode 3. I'll See You There Tomorrow was one of my most streamed tracks of 2024. So I'm very, very excited to see what the follow-up to that album is going to be like, and what the title track is like, because I actually preferred the Anamoya remix of Deja Vu than to the title track that had the kind of like trap influence to it. I just, you know, I'm a millennial. I grew up listening to things like Linkin Park, so that more stripped down rock track is going to always resonate with me more. And this is the first installment of the Star Chapter. So with a synth pop track preceding Deja Vu, it feels like, you know, they're definitely on that poppy trajectory. But, you know, Deja Vu did have a kind of emo-y twist to it. And of course, I'm very curious to see what we have in store with the lore, how this is going to build upon what we had from Deja Vu. So here we go with Over the Moon. Dreamy. Ugh, those runs. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I absolutely love Yeonjun and that red hair. And this lyric of when I hold you and kiss you, my winter melts away. Oh, look at that bicep. And I love the shaving of nothing. Like, there is not a hair on that chinny chin chin. But anyway, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but like those little bugs are triggering. For some reason in my city in the fall, these little bugs are just everywhere in the fall and are inescapable. They just like sneak into every nook and cranny in your house and just like live in the corners of your windows. So I just had like a physical reaction to that. I'm so sorry. These lyrics are so sweet. Ooh. These vocals are incredible. Ooh. They're so like tender, the vocal delivery. And this choreography. Like I feel like Gum just changed Yeonjun. He just like unleashed this beast within himself, you know? He's just a changed man. There's just so much beauty all around. Vocally, melodically, beauty, visually with the boils. Oh my gosh, this is actually an earworm, this part. This was such an upbeat vibe. Oh my gosh, that was like lightning quick. But I was just going to say, first of all, that this felt like, you know, a very upbeat, happy vibe for TXT, which is very different than what I'm used to with them. But then also, this is a very cute visual of them in the star pattern. It reminds me a little bit of like Blue Hour, which I guess makes sense when you think about the name of the album as like Sanctuary, as this is like a respite from all the turmoil that they've gone through. And there's also, you know, a increased maturity about it. It feels like them moving on from that like Peter Pan stage and embracing their adulthood, their masculinity, because of all the muscles and, you know, the shaving, the exercising, but mostly the muscles. It wasn't as maybe lore heavy as I was expecting it to be, but that's okay. Not everything has to be lore heavy. But what I wasn't expecting was for this to be so short. Like, I was enjoying it and it felt like it was about to go somewhere, and then it kind of just ended. So maybe it could have used another, you know, 30 to 45 seconds. But so many of the lyrics though were so beautiful and touching. Like, you're my tomorrow by Together. You order in my time and space. Like, you provide me that stability, that sanctuary, and promise that I'll always be anywhere you are, which is, you know, so true when you think about it, of like the ubiquitousness of K-pop and how, you know, if you have some headphones, if you have a phone, they can pretty much be with you whenever. And it's interesting to talk about Land of Eternity. Like, I love the references that they'll just drop in. And let's build ancient futures, age as much as our memories. Oh, there's just like so much you could unpack in those lines of this just sense of timelessness that exists when you're with this person that you love. And yeah, oh, like how much more perfect would this have been with just like a little bit more time. I really hope in 2025 that we move away from the trend of, you know, 2 to 2.5 minute songs and we go back to the 3 to 3.5 minute song space. But I really do feel like the rest of the day I'm just gonna be like, over the moon, over the stars. But I see that this is the longest song on the album, and the whole album is under 15 minutes. I'll definitely be sharing my thoughts. I'm going to have like a recap video review almost of what music I listened to in January off camera. And I'll listen to all these songs and I'll provide my thoughts, my honest thoughts on the album at that time. So stay tuned for that video. But all right, let's move on to our next song, which is Taeyeon's Letter to Myself. Taeyeon is my queen, and I'm very excited to listen to this album in its entirety, I should say. She just has this depth to her. The way that she emotes in her music is just unlike any other idol that I've heard, and that's when I feel like she's at her best. So I really hope to see that in the title track here, Letter to Myself, especially just because Letter to Myself really implies like a self-reflection that's about to happen. So yeah, let's see where she goes with this one. And also, is this kind of like a 4x3? Definitely makes it feel more like vintagey. Oh, is she in the UK? Oh. Is she implying that she went on a date with a girl, or are these just friends? But you know, it is interesting because it reads like a dating profile of saying, you know, lots of fun, Hunger Games, catching fire, like implying that's his favorite book maybe, and then like shopping is like a hobby I enjoy. Oh yeah, the garbage can says Camden, so this must be in London. But you know, the lyrics of "To my struggling younger self, I want to comfort you again over that pain." So yeah, I'm intrigued. How could you ignore Taeyeon of all people? Truly. Hey! Leave her alone. Ooh. Rocky edge. Oh, just casually driving on the grass. She's a woman of many talents, you know, able to sing like that and also fix a bus. And also, is this the bear from the last video? It's implied she murdered. I think the overarching message here is that you do not mess with Taeyeon. These people suck. Aw. Oh my god, it is! Oh wow, I called that. So is this in the past then? Or did she revive the bear? I have so many questions. I really like the vibe of this. It's very kind of like early to mid 2000s, like almost like an Avril Lavigne vibe. Like Happy Ending by Avril Lavigne makes me kind of think of that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like because of how powerful the instrumental are, it's like not as obvious how amazing these vocals are, but they truly are. Not the bear in the background. I want better friends for her though, for real. But wait a second. Wait, I feel like, let me think about this before I say it out loud. Like, you know, because so much of this song is about like wanting to speak to her past self and guide her past self. That are these people on the bus representative of like the voices in her head that are telling her that she can't do it and that she's not good enough, because, you know, by the end of it they have a friendly relationship and they've like reconciled. So that's more kind of the present view of like, I'm friends with those different voices in my head and they don't belittle me or doubt me anymore. Especially with lyrics like, the words I've pushed down deep more than any other words, like all the nights I made myself cry. It's not like you made me cry, but I made me cry, and I'll feel those memories differently. And, you know, now she's in a much better place because of that. And I feel like a lot of girl groups, especially in the kind of like girl crush genre, can really use the kind of love myself message as a bit of a crutch. But in this case, I think it's more nuanced and a better kind of take on that loving yourself, because it's more specific. It's not, you know, don't let the voices of the haters get to you. It's don't let your own voices get to you, because we're all our own toughest critics. So the biggest thing of getting in your way is you. And she points that out really pointedly here. And that, you know, those Polaroids that we saw in those memories, maybe they weren't dates that she was going on, but it was more so like memories that she's held on to, where maybe she beat herself up over how it was handled. Because, you know, this one says, please join us for Anna's 14th birthday. So is it one of those things where it's like a memory that just lives in your head rent free, that definitely everyone else who was there has completely forgotten, but you just like think of that thing that you did and just cringe and can't let it go, even if it was all like 20 years ago? I think we've all been there before, and that's incredibly relatable. But yeah, as always, crushing it here. I really love this throwback feeling to it that feels distinctly Taeyeon, and I just always appreciate about her that she doesn't just follow trends and make music that sounds like other music for the sake of sounding like other music. It always really feels truly her. So yes, very excited to check out the rest of the album, and I'm going to comment on the songs and share my thoughts, my honest thoughts, in a video that I'll be releasing either early February or at the end of the month, of a recap of everything I listened to in January off camera. So definitely stay tuned for that. But all right, let's move on to our next song here, which is WayV's Frequency. I really enjoyed She a Wolf in particular from WayV's last release, and I'm still really just touching, scraping, scratching the surface of WayV's discography, but I definitely will be listening to this entire release and sharing my thoughts in a video that I put out in February, basically talking about all of the songs that I listened to in January. But in the meantime, let's check out Frequency and see what we have in store for this music video, what kind of vibe that we get. Ooh. Ooh. This feels so like vigilante-ish. Oh, and that like hip-hop beat. Ooh. I love this beat. Oh. Oh, I just got goosebumps everywhere. The badassery going around in this. Excuse me, Xiaojun, where is your shirt? Yeah, this was just throwing so much at me that it was like, oh, hit me. It's kind of a surprise. And it kind of has a she-wolf vibe to it. But doesn't it feel superhero-y? I have to go back and listen to it. What? Yeah, the style in this is so cool. Yeah, like badass, but still that cheekiness to it. Ooh. His vocals are just like butter. The energy in this is incredible. But it doesn't feel like too much. It doesn't feel like it was a 10 out of 10 the whole time. It feels like there's been peaks and valleys with the energy that just like works. Wow. I feel like that's everything you can want from a song, right? And a music video of just, you know, stunning visuals, amazing fashion, excellent choreography. It feels like each member got their moment in the spotlight to just like show off their badassery and their like powers, and also a mixture of, you know, really beautiful vocals, but then like intense rapping as well. I don't know, it's just like it's clearly a group of multi-talented idols who just have every last thing to bring to the table. And I'm curious to everyone who's watching, who's probably listened to this song more than a few times now, like if it is physically impossible before that chorus starts for you not to go, because I know for a fact for me it will be. And I think my favorite balance to strike in a song like this that, you know, is in danger of taking itself incredibly too seriously is that sort of thing of throwing in like silliness. And there's really like nothing more badass than that is being able to balance the badassery with the silliness, and still the badassery is what is like the prevailing feeling. So yeah, this one was a lot of fun, and I could see this easily being one of those songs that's just like impossible when you're going on a drive to not just like turn up the volume and like shake the car. So very excited to listen to the rest of the album here and to see what kind of other tracks are on here to kind of like balance out the intensity of this one. All right, last song that we're going to check out for this video here is the special clip of My Christmas Sweet Love from Dreamcatcher. Are we checking this out almost a month after Christmas? Yes. Does it matter? No. I'm very curious to see what a Dreamcatcher Christmas song is like. I have a feeling it's not gonna be a Metal Catcher song. Could you imagine though if it was just like Trans-Siberian Orchestra? That would kind of actually slap. But I have a feeling this is gonna be a bit more like tender and sweet, because literally sweet is in the title. But let's listen and see what they get up to in this special clip. I love the outfits. They look so cute in this. Tommy vocals. I love the black hair on Handong so much. There is a bit of rock in there. Okay. Yeah, you hit that high note, Dami. Here I was joking about, you know, this being a metal Catcher song. Obviously it's not full metal Catcher, but it still has like that rock element and that intensity. And it's that vibe that makes me think of that scene from Elf when he kind of like storms into that boardroom. Like if that were turned into a song, this is what that feels like. So yeah, very cute and fun so far. Aw, family photo. Ooh. Oh, I can't stop smiling, like my cheeks hurt. This is the most Dreamcatcher Christmas song ever. Like, obviously, because it's Dreamcatcher, but like, you know what I mean. Ooh, and the piano. An attempt was made. That vocal delivery. Like, oh. These vocals did not need to go this hard for a Christmas song. This makes me think of like the self-made MVs.
아, 오케이. 좋은데요? 네, 민지 씨 갈게요.
Yeah, you know when something goes 10 times harder than it needs to? A la Phil Collins on the Tarzan soundtrack. This is that. Like a Christmas song from Dreamcatcher did not need to go this hard. To the point where I'm like kind of sad it's about Christmas because I would feel weird listening to this at any other time of year. But like, I want to listen to it now. So part of me is like, they went too hard. Like save some of it for a song I could listen to year round. Is it on streaming? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, what? Carol version of Jazz Bar in Wonderland. Interesting. Where have I been? I mean, I know where I've been. I was busy being miserable in my first trimester. But yeah, that's just like everything I could have asked for from a Dreamcatcher Christmas song, with both that like cuteness and fun, but also that Duque like edge to it that I come to expect with everything that they do. So this was a lot of fun, and I envy those of you who got to listen to this before Christmas and get some time to be able to actually enjoy it in the holiday season. So friends, thank you for joining me for these reactions. As I had mentioned, don't forget to check out the January recap video that I put together if you want to hear my thoughts on the B-sides of all of the albums that I listened to the title tracks of today. So absolutely stay tuned for that video. But in the meantime, I will have some other 2024 recap videos that will be coming out. First of all, I'm going to do my video that I look forward to every year, which is the Critics' choice review of the best K-pop songs of the previous year. So it'll be interesting to see, what do critics think were the best K-pop songs of the year. I'll be checking out Strategy from Twice. I'll be checking out Stray Kids' Hop. I have a lot to still catch up on. But of course, I would love to hear from you what songs you've really enjoyed so far in January, anything that you think that I should check out. I can't wait to share all of my thoughts with you. But until those videos, I hope you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.